This episode of Bourbon on Ice, presented by your friend Frosty and your bartender Mike Whiskey, is brought to you by the Cape Media Center of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. The views and opinions expressed during this podcast do not necessarily reflect those of the Cape Media Center. Listener discretion is advised.
Do you have a stinky finger?
I'm not even sure where we're going with this. Oh my gosh.
Misheard lyrics?
It is now. Say the line.
Roll the music.
Welcome, listeners, to Bourbon on Ice,
Where we talk about everything nerdy, like gentlemen.
Join us every week for our local Cape Cod take on, well, everything.
Laugh, cry, be confused, and laugh some more.
I'm your friend Frosty.
And I'm your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
Stay tuned. You think they'll like the episode?
Oh, they'll definitely love it.
What's up, people? It is your friend Frosty.
And your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
And this is yet another exciting episode of Bourbon on Ice, where we discuss all things nerdy.
Like gentlemen.
I let you have it this time.
I noticed. Thank you.
I know. I mean, you deserve it.
I deserve it.
Yes.
What did I do?
It's what you did to me.
It's what I did to you.
Oh my gosh, it's what you put me through. So considering I'm probably going to, bludgeon you in the head with one of these heavy mugs, we're back in the bar.
Hello.
And feed your body to the ever-present coyotes, I figure you should have a happy memory before you go. Oh my gosh.
So, I remember it took me 6 hours and change to get through your playlist. How many hours?
4 days.
4 days.
Hi, everyone. I'm your friend Frosty.
And I'm your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
Bourbon on Ice, we've already been there, but we just wanted to tell you that Whiskey and I decided once again to swap playlists.
We've been expanding what we had before.
And last week, after our Pokemon episode, we said, hey, we should trade our playlists again, and he already had. He already listened to all mine, so I said, oh, I better hurry up. Oh, was I in for a ride. And it was like the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride of rides.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, my gosh. That's not a compliment. I mean, it is, but it's not. But, oh. So here we are. And no, this is not nerdy. This is just us being ourselves. Okay, so,
we got a lot of positive responses outside of the podcast from the last time we shared our playlists with the world.
And let's see here, if I go backwards in time, that was episode 3, Questionable Tastes in Music.
Have they gotten more questionable? I didn't send you the really weird playlist.
There's a weirder one?
There's a weirder playlist. There's a playlist that gets really weird.
Oh my gosh.
There's also a playlist dedicated to dwarves.
February 4th, 2022 is when we did this last. And hang on, just checking the facts here. It says...
You're just gonna let me get away with that?
Oh, I'm ignoring that entirely. Yes, you added almost 200 songs.
I think it was a little bit more than 200.
I added 112. And I said to myself, well, I'm probably being cruel, but no, I counted. You added 198 songs.
Before we set this up, I was at like 290, and then you said go crazy, and I'm like, okay.
I didn't think you'd get this crazy. I didn't. Your playlist now has 336 songs.
And I've been adding to it since last time we checked.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I like listening to these songs while I work.
And mine has only 240. Only 240. And that's not counting the stuff that YouTube has erased. You can find these playlists on our YouTube channel, which is Bourbon on Ice with Whiskey and Frosty.
Yep.
You can just look there under our playlists, and it'll be there right next to all the videos that we have on YouTube of our show. And as soon as this episode is over and I've finished dusting the lime off my hands from dissolving a body,
That would be my body.
It could be. You never know. We will post the links to these again on Twitter. and Facebook, and yeah, and it'll be on the episode. It'll be right there in the episode notes. So, I guess we have nothing to do but pat Rosie on the head because she's adorable.
Well, you told me before we started...
Oh, look, you have like a ceiling. We should talk about your ceiling.
You told me you had like 5 or 6 pages of notes that you took.
Yes, I do. I can't believe we got here. So we should get started.
And now we're here.
We need to do one of those at some point. I've been planning that forever. Okay, so whiskey.
Yeah.
My list. It's amazing, right?
I did enjoy it. It always feels like stepping back into the late 90s, early 2000s when I go back to your playlist.
Oh, stop. Go on.
And I really enjoy that.
Stop. Go on.
But we weirdly got kind of country this time around.
I guess that's because at long last I decided to stop hiding my preference to country music and just like, oh, what the hell, I'm going to stick it on there.
The first country song came on and it really caught me off guard. I was like, wait a minute. Hayden Brown, Like I Love Country Music.
It is iconic, I will admit that, and he is hot.
Fair enough. I think you should get started. You have a lot more notes than I do.
Oh, we're going to start with me. Okay. Hang on, let me pull up my massive pages of notes. Okay, right there where it says you added 200 songs. I mean, just under 200. You added 199. I feel an urge to pound you. That's in my notes. I'm glad I wrote that down. I would have forgotten. Okay, so as a gay, I love brunch. It's a thing with my people.
Oh, you
apparently.
know brunch.
You added a song called Imagine by an Asian rock group called Brunch.
Yep.
I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah.
And I loved it. That was unexpected. Now, speak to me of all the Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler?
Knopfler. He's good. He's folksy. Oh, my frog. You got me to listen to folk music and like it.
Yep.
I can't believe that.
Mark Knopfler was the lead guitarist in Dire Straits.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't we talk about how best friends don't make other best friends listen to Dire Straits songs?
Yeah.
So this was kind of your backdooring me into...
Yeah, I backdoored the Dire Straits into there.
Looking more...
Most of what I did was Mark Knopfler's solo stuff.
Yeah, I did notice that. There was like one song where he was with other people, but a lot of it was, like I said, folksy and good.
Yeah.
All right. Not only was there a Sonic game song, but it was a Dreamcast Sonic game. Live and Learn by Crush 40 from Sonic Adventures 2. Wow.
Live and learn.
Did you have a Dreamcast?
No, I did not, unfortunately. Elder Nerd might have.
There seems to be an excess of Bob Dylan here. And this is just counting Shelter from the Storm, Maggie's Farm, Positively 4th Street, Mr. Tambourine Man, and Hurricane. You also had a song right in between the Bob Dylans, which threw me. It was called What Makes You Think by Clockwork. I like that. Yep. And then it was back to the Dylan. But also, I swear I've heard that Clockwork song before.
Oh yeah, on the station. There are a lot of songs
I
added that were from our time at the radio station, such as Clockwork.
Also, yes! Another song in common, something on both of our lists. Ooh. Bowsette by the Chalk Eaters.
Yes.
You introduced me to that one.
I did introduce you to that one.
And I love it, and I'm glad it's on both
our
lists.
And I watched you put it on your playlist, so that actually gave me, like, a little bit of a time period, so I knew when you started adding more things.
I love that song because it's fun. But I told you where I started, so yeah. I hope you got there and not the other ones. I mean, otherwise you'll have to go back and listen to, like, even more brilliant ones.
Yeah.
Okami soundtrack shout out. I believe that's your favorite video game.
I do believe it is.
You need to explain this Pete Townsend musical to me. You have 2 tracks that are admittedly pretty good, All Shall Be Well, and I Won't Run Anymore, but apparently it's from a musical. Words now.
Oh, yes. So Pete Townsend was...
I have never heard of him. Who is Pete Townsend? Another person would ask, not me.
Well, Is he the guitarist? I think he's the guitarist of The Who. And he wrote a musical called The Iron Man. And it's about an alien robot who comes down from outer space and starts eating all the metal. And then Hogarth, the little boy, makes friends with him. And then they have to solve... And after that, after the initial kerfuffle... of the townsfolk misunderstanding the giant robot then has to save
Humanity. The town.
Well, the town, but also the world from
Vin Diesel.
No. A giant dragon from outer space who's eating everything, not just the metal.
I was going to say, this sounds remarkably like the plot of Iron Giant.
Well, I'll give you 3 guesses as to what inspired the plot of Iron Giant. This musical inspired the Iron Giant.
Was this thing ever on stage, or was this just, like a rock opera?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
The little booklet that comes with CDs. I don't know if people still use them anymore. But the lyrics and all the parts are written in the little booklet that came with the CD.
All right. I like how I wrote this out. And wow, Attack of the Movie soundtracks. You had Ecstasy of Gold from The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Classic. Eastbound
and Down from the amazing Smokey and the Bandit.
In our line of work, that has to be on the playlist.
I can kind of see why. Promontory from The Last of the Mohegans.
Another classic.
I Will Find You!
Yes.
Don't watch the movie, people. Don't watch the movie. Read the book.
What you might not know is the song You and the 3 Inuo songs were also soundtracks from movies.
Oh, I had that on my list. Rhodes from the 1977 animated Hobbit, which I still have not watched.
Oh, it's a wonderful film.
Mary Had a Little Lamb from Dusk Till Dawn. And Jessica Darrow singing Surface Pressure from a little film you may have heard of called Encanto.
I chose that one because I liked it, and I didn't think it got enough love. Everybody talks about Bruno.
There are people out there who have the dance to this one down.
Really?
Yeah. And it is a really nice song. It's not a sweet, lovable princess song. It's, I am at my breaking point, and I want to sit down and crash, but I can't let other people down. It's honestly a song about wanting to not show weakness, but show that you have a limit. I like the song. It speaks to me a lot.
Very relatable.
Okay, that one you just mentioned. You, starting at you and going through Inu O I, you have some strange J-rock hits. I like them, but demand an explanation.
Okay, the explanation. Inuo is a movie we should watch. Because it was just a really cool movie that I caught on the plane on the ride home from the Philippines.
It looked from the photo that was there. It looked a little bit like Miyazaki.
It was animated, and they did a great job with it. The sound design and the visual design went hand in hand, and it was great. It's loosely based off of a true story as well, so it was really cool.
We'll add it to the docket. We gotta watch that one.
And then the song You was also from a movie called Belle, the Beast and the Freckled Princess.
That sounds inappropriate.
No, it was not inappropriate. It was touching. It almost made me cry.
Almost.
Almost.
We'll have to work harder. Minnie the Moocher? Really?
Minnie the Moocher, hidey, 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 hidey.
But this wasn't even one of the good versions of it.
No, I couldn't find a good version.
Accentuate the positive?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Harold Arlen.
Also, I didn't know that was a real song because I heard it years ago on a musical episode of Seventh Heaven as a kid.
Oh, wow. Got accentuate the positive,
like I said, I didn't know it was a real song. British Lion, not a bad group. I had to look them up after I found some of their songs on your list, like Lost Worlds.
Yep, that's another one I got from the station.
More dwarf music.
Lots of dwarf music.
The Clamavi de Profundis people.
Yep.
Worst of all, I started listening to one song, one you'd sung while I begged you to stop, and I realized that not only was it your singing dwarf musicians, but it happened to be none other than a cover of Diggy Diggy Hole.
Yes.
I may have punched a hole in the wall.
You died laughing when I sang it in front of you.
But
you died.
I did like the one, I Sit Beside the Fire. That felt homey.
Yes.
Sharp Dressed Man. That says a lot about you. Followed by Soul Man. I'm glad. Tweeter and the Monkey Man.
Tweeter and the Monkey Man.
Damn catchy, but unexpected. And then you hit me with Dr. Worm.
Did you watch?
I watched the video with Mounting Horror. They might be giants. Dr. Worm. Of course.
Good morning, how are you? I'm Dr. Worm.
With all the Sting you have on your list, I'm actually surprised both Desert Rose and The Last Ship aren't on there.
I thought about Desert Rose, but I went through... So I have a playlist on my computer that's all of the CDs that I've downloaded, and I just went through my Windows Media Player when you said go crazy and just started adding songs in artist order, which is why you saw a whole slew of Bob Dylan and then a whole slew of one artist and then another.
But did you know about The Last Ship?
I don't...
It is a musical he wrote.
Really?
Stage musical. It did really well overseas, but over here it didn't do quite as well because it was, how do I put this? Very European problems. You know, it was about the shipyards in Glasgow shutting down and people rising up to protest this and a romance between people on both sides of it. But he was famously in this musical himself for a while.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you should look that one up. So, Sting is clearly your cup of tea. And also, I should ask you, have you ever seen the music video for I'm So Happy I Can't Stop Crying?
I have not seen the music video for it.
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil anything. You have to watch it. I will admit that he's wearing leather pants and that is a draw, but there's so much about this video that when you see it, you're just gonna say, what?
What?
It stuck out for me as a child, and it wasn't because of the leather pants. Trust me when I say that. That song, Steppin' in a Slide Zone by the Moody Blues, that was an epic and ominous lead-in. Then it just kind of mocks you for it. I'm just sitting there like, whoa, this is going to be a deep...
Bum, 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 ba, bum, ba, bum, ba.
It wasn't. Sound of the Sea by Stick Figure. Unexpected new favorite. Adding that to my playlist later.
Thank you. That's another one I got from the radio station as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, I would mock you for the Simon and Garfunkel, but it happens to be the best Simon and Garfunkel song in existence, which is The Boxer. But I will ignore your inclusion of Homeward Bound.
Well, I noticed you had some Simon and Garfunkel too, except you did covers.
In a form.
You had covers.
Yeah.
You have a lot more covers than originals, actually.
What can I say? They screw it up the first time. and then you made me listen to Paul Simon's You Can Call Me Al. Why?
Because some of these songs I put in just to mess with you.
It's obvious.
And I think you can tell which ones.
Yeah.
Such as the Dwarves.
You had some old school Lindsey Sterling in there. That's very good.
Of course. We actually shared one with Love Goes On and On.
I added that one?
You did. Right in the beginning of your new ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kenny Wayne Shepherd. I've never heard of the band, but I like it. Good songs, Blue and Black and Slow Ride. And the Spanish guitar that starts off the artist Jesse Cook's Tempest, I was flashing back to Gerudo Valley.
Yeah. Well, funny story. So I didn't know about Kenny Wayne Shepherd until when I was working at a gas station, right? I had a regular who came in, buy lottery tickets, and I would always be playing music from the radio station, specifically like my shows.
Yeah.
And he loved my music, and he said, "Do you know this band, that band?" And we started bonding over music. And he gave me a whole bunch of Led Zeppelin songs, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and
Bob.
No, not Bob.
Joe,
no.
Mike,
No.
Tim, Dave, Paul, Kevin, Rob.
You suck. Who was the artist who did Mary Had a Little Lamb for me?
Hang on. That's not too far from where I'm sitting. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's it.
Okay. Audience, hello. Is anyone out there shocked to find Jackson Browne on Whiskey's list? No?
Nope.
Okay, moving on.
Thank you, Sam the Guitar Man.
I remember. And you have a lot of crooners on here. For example, you have 2 Chris Isaak songs.
Yep.
And then there were the Bob Segers.
Yeah. What do you mean, crooners?
They were crooning.
Crooning?
Yes. There's no other way you can really describe that. That's like crooning music. And I don't want to fall in love. Yeah, that's croony stuff.
Chris Isaak used to be on, like, those soap operas.
He had his own show for a while.
Yeah. And he used that to kickstart his music career.
Well, that was the good one to start with. Gear Jammer. Finally, a good George Thorogood song that isn't Drink Alone or Bad to the Bone. Plus that name. Although it does have like a 40-second guitar solo.
Yep.
Three Dog Night. Never been to Spain. I question the lyric. Never been to heaven, but I've been to Oklahoma.
As do I. But Oklahoma does seem nice.
There's no correlation between those two things. Although you do have a good Eric Clapton on there, like Before You Accuse Me and Tears in Heaven, both of which I'd never heard before.
You hadn't?
Well, actually, I'd heard Tears in Heaven, but I didn't know that was the name.
Ah.
One of those ones like Baba O'Reilly, which everyone calls Teenage Wasteland.
Yep.
Okay, you seem to have a song in there that's very me. Circle by Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. I quit, I give up, etc. Yeah, that's me.
I quit, I give up. Nothing's good enough for anybody. Yeah, that's very Frosty.
I had no idea she was the same woman who does the What I Am song. Mm-hmm. I don't know who I thought that was.
I don't know either.
Maybe I thought it was Meredith Brooks, because that kind of felt like it. Now, remember when I said that you tend to put really long songs on your list and it wasn't a compliment?
Yeah.
You took that as a challenge and added The End by The Doors, which is over 11 minutes long.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't add the longest song I have in my playlist, which clocks in at about 21 minutes.
What is that one? Or are you going to wait until next time?
It's a Nightwish one.
Oh, okay then. Oh, also, coming in second place, The Lighting of the Beacons from Lord of the Ring at 9 minutes. You want to say it or should I? Our famous inside joke.
The beacons are lit.
Gondor calls for aid!
That's why I put it on there. Also, the music is pretty ballin'. I did it to chuckle out of you, and I'm glad that I succeeded in my mission.
You also added more Desert Dragon. I remember them from the first half of your list.
Oh, yeah.
That Delta Ray.
Yeah.
I remember that from our days at WKKL. We would play that album religiously.
Oh, yeah.
And my favorite song from the album is on your list, which is Bethlehem Steel.
That's a great one.
Yeah. But you follow that up with another WKKL blast from the past, Blue Moon Revisited, a song for Elvis by Cowboy Junkies.
Oh, yeah.
I remember you playing that one during your late show one day when I stopped into the broadcasting booth to listen, and it was beautiful.
Thank you.
So that really took me back.
Aw.
Ziggy Stardust.
Ziggy played guitar.
You included one of the best David Bowie songs. Not the best, but one of the best.
Yeah.
No Golden Years, like on my list, but still good to know.
Yep.
Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So you.
Yes.
But the Cranberries were unexpected, and I liked your selections. I
had the Cranberries in before.
Did you?
I did.
Huh.
He said it was the most generic 90s song I could have chosen.
That Saria's song remix called Saria's Wish, I loved it.
Oh, yes.
It was intense. Glad you have video game music, but otherwise I'd feel, I'm the only one who does that sort of thing. Thank goodness you did it too.
You had a whole bunch of video game music.
Yeah.
Popped on at the end, right after, or not shortly after, your Bowsette video. So I have to imagine that you just frantically dumped a whole bunch of songs right towards the end.
I never frantically dump. I pick and choose carefully with my playlists because God knows someone else might listen to this and I want them to say like, wow, I feel this person. I understand Frosty now. Wait, what is that Chris Stapleton song doing in there? What? What? Okay, I just gotta apologize to everyone. I'm sorry, but I am not a Bob Marley fan.
No,
I tried. Okay. I did, but those 3 Bob Marley songs were very unpleasant for me.
Fair enough.
I've never been a Bob Marley fan. The Blues Traveler and Bare Naked Ladies were unexpected. Honestly, didn't think that was your kind of jam.
We both had Bare Naked Ladies, although we did different songs. From the same album, too.
Kirk's been pestering me to sing It's All Been Done at karaoke. And do you remember the 3 of us, you, me, Sam the Guitar Man, singing Old Apartment into the mic back at WKKL in the studio live?
I do remember that. I thought it was a different song, though. I don't remember. I don't know why.
Oh, we sang Walk on the Ocean, Old Apartment, and... what is that last one?
Frosty the Radio Guy.
Moving on. Speaking of karaoke, you have Sister Golden Hair.
Yes.
Kirk introduced me to that one, too.
Very nice. America.
Yeah, I like that one. They also do Horse with No Name, which is one of my favorite songs of all time, actually.
Oh,
On the Border.
On the Border. Al Stewart.
Did you and Elder Nerd ever sing that one on road trips? I get that feeling.
No, we didn't.
Really?
But it's a song that I got from him.
And can we talk about how intense that Moody Blues song Painted Smile gets? I thought it was boring, and then wham!
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
It has 3 parts.
It reminds me a little bit of A Day in the Life by the Beatles, when all of a sudden it just starts getting ugly and gross and louder. And then it's back to... Ding, 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 ding. All right, just going to ask her, what the hell's up with that Leonard Cohen song?
Which one?
You know the one.
You want it darker?
That. What is up with that song?
It's pretty dark, right?
I was
That's a great song. From
listening to this as I'm playing Pokemon Soul Silver, and I'm looking up like, wait a minute. Did I stop listening to the playlist?
I didn't know I had permission to murder and to maim. Said with that gravelly voice, and it's just like, damn, this song hits deep.
Is this a song? I'm still on the fence. Is that actually a song?
Well, Leonard...
we should send the police to investigate this man.
Well, he's already dead.
I know, but we should go and send them anyway. Like, I think he may have confessed to a murder.
Oh, no.
When we hit song 234, yes, that's right, we're still going, people. The Blackmore's Night song, Midwinter's Night, suddenly I felt like 1,000 times better. I mean, this is the medieval symphonic rock that brought us together.
Yes.
You had Enya in there, too, and Lorena McKinnon. My favorite by hers is Mummer's Dance.
Ooh, that's very nice. My favorite is Huron Beltane Fire Dance. That just awakens something deep inside me.
But I do have to say that Moonlight Shadow is remarkably peppy for a Blackmore night, but that's just so unexpectedly upbeat for them.
Yeah.
And same for that Nightwish song. I'm going to try and say this. Ereman Viamenin?
Ereman Viamenin.
What he said. I didn't like it. No offense. It's just, again, it's Nightwish, and it was peppy. It's like, no, you people make me want to leap from tall buildings and run screaming into the night, covered in my own blood. This song is...
happy.
Yeah, what the hell? Okay, so I see the... I was going to say Celtic woman, but...
Celtic woman.
I'm from New England. We pronounce it differently. Wrong, but differently.
That's true.
I see the Celtic woman, and that made me think of something.
What it made you think of? It must have been difficult for you. It's okay.
Actually, it was. When Jay, also known as Rubber Jason, my former sir, died, I dedicated their song, Celtic Woman song, Send Me a Song, to Jay during my big tribute show at 90.7 WKKL. And then while the song was playing, I curled up under the table and sobbed uncontrollably. I applaud any use of Celtic Woman.
Oh, thank you.
And you had some of their individual songs from the individual, individual singers after they, split off. So that was a very nice spot. The one called The Willow Maid by Erutan.
An interesting story, was it not?
It reminds me very much of the Kalima Forest from the old Game Boy Advance game Golden Sun. Where did you find this tune?
Believe it or not, so I, instead of Spotify like a normal person, I listen to Pandora.
When have you ever been normal?
True, fair point. I listen to Pandora, and it just comes up randomly. Just came up one day, and I'm just like, I like this.
I love it when that happens on Pandora.
Right?
That's
like the one thing it's really good for.
That is the best use of Pandora, learning stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes it goes completely off the tracks, and you're like, where are we? Like, I was listening to my medieval symphonic rock, and for some reason, you're playing Boogie Wonderland.
That's basically why my playlist is sort of the way it is. Just off in totally different directions and genres and everything.
It was a beautiful and painful story. I liked that song.
Oh, yes.
Okay. FYI, that is one of my favorite music videos of all time, R.E.M's Everybody Hurts.
Oh, yes.
Because sometimes when you're in traffic, you just feel this way.
Yes, you do.
I have a little bit of trivia for you, actually.
Okay.
You know that part where you see the boy stuck in a car with a man who is singing, and you can see his thoughts, stop singing, stop singing, stop singing.
Yep.
That's the director.
No way.
And he's singing a religious hymn, because apparently it was like the only thing he could think of.
That's pretty funny.
I admit it. I love Chris Stapleton.
Yes.
You should try his newer hit, You Should Probably Leave.
Yeah, that was on your playlist. That was enjoyable.
I
liked
forgot
it.
I added that.
Yeah, but I liked Scarecrow in the Garden.
Yeah, those were good too. I mean, what's weird is that I never realized what an old soul he is for someone who is, not.
Yeah. Like us.
Speak for yourself. Now be gone. I must go chase children off of my lawn. Okay, you have a song in there, Zero by Elysium, or is it the other way around?
Yeah.
Is it Elysium by Zero?
Zero by Elysium.
Okay, either way, that intense hard rock violin with intense electric guitar sold me. But why is Darth Vader doing yoga?
I have no idea.
That was
but
the cover
It's really
art.
cool. But it was really cool.
Okay, you also had this great instrumental called A New Hero. I collect these. These are what I literally use to do my writing. So the You Say Run from My Hero Academia.
Ooh, yeah.
Also welcome, as was the I Am the Doctor.
Yes.
That's Doctor Music, best music. Just saying it now.
That was just for you, Robert.
Robert and I disagree. I say Matt Smith was the greatest Doctor, and he says no. We'll allow him to continue this because he's pretty.
Matt Smith's Doctor did have a great score, though.
Yes, he did. He had the best score. I'm saying that. And I love Alien Victory by Starcadian.
Oh, yes.
All of these found their way onto my personal writer's mix list.
Awesome.
And I love the intense electronic synth. I also appreciate all the Two Steps from Hell. Those guys are amazing. I've got so many of them on my writer's list. I should give you that. But that's like more than 4,000 songs.
Woo!
You'll never get through that. And then you ruined everything.
And then I ruined everything.
The Mississippi Squirrel Revival? You sucker punched me with that.
Were you cracking up?
I was definitely cracked. Oh my...
Or sat Sister Bertha better than you?
It's just great.
The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church.
I just knew. I looked at the name and said, "Oh gosh, this is one of those whiskey bombs. It's a whiskey soundtrack bomb."
It was, and it was.
It was.
It was beautiful. I wish I could have been there.
Okay, Red Like Roses. Why are there two parts to that?
Because Red Like Roses, the first part came out in the trailer, and then he released the full version in a full. That was Monty.
Okay, people. It's a very good, intense song from an anime called Ruby or RWBY.
Yeah, people just call it Ruby.
Okay, you have a lot of Ruby. I know nothing about this series other than someone once played a clip for me years ago back at WKKL. What is so great about it? Explain it to me, please.
Well, what's so great about it was back when Monty was running it, the fight scene choreography was amazing and beautiful and detailed, and it was just wow. Since then, I personally feel like, and I think I shall get attacked in our comments section, that it just sort of jumped off a cliff right around the time Monty died, which would have been around season 3, which is terribly unfortunate.
No. I mean, I've not watched it, but this does happen. I mean, look at Sword Art Online.
Oh yeah, I tried watching Sword Art Online, and I watched the first season all the way through, but it took a nosedive in quality right around episode 7.
Days of Elijah. You slipped in one Christian rock song just to mess with me.
I slipped in quite a few Christian songs.
Also, King of Pain by The Police. I want to point out that Circus Kirkus's favorite Police song.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's a great one, though.
The Gabriel's Oboe. I swear I've heard that somewhere before. I liked it. Good inclusion. But where have I heard that? Is that a Christmas thing?
It is not. It is another movie soundtrack. It's another Ennio Morricone song. So, same guy who did The Good, Bad, and the Ugly score. It's from the movie The Mission.
I have seen the... Oh, that's where I know it from. I have seen that.
When they send the dude over the waterfall to kill him.
It was a very stupid movie. I mean, it was a nice movie. It was beautiful and emotional, but like the concept. Now, how am I saying this? It's like Glory, the movie. They're all going to die horribly. And you're like, come on, this could all have been prevented. And I'm looking at The Mission like, guys, stop. They're beautiful movies with outstanding acting and great action, but stop! Okay, they're all dead now. No one listened to me. The Korpiklani.
Korpiklani?
That. For a song called Pine Woods, that's damn heavy metal.
Yeah. But it was fun.
16 Tons, you played that for me before.
Yep.
And not only did you take the Leonard Cohen version of Hallelujah, which made it bluesy and sultry, but you used the live version of it.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Speak to me of Where There's a Whip. That sounded like it was supposed to be in a musical or something, and for singing dwarves, that was,
That
odd.
was also in the Hobbit movie.
Makes so much sense.
But I figured it's a nice addition to listen to while you're at work. Where there's a whip, there's a way.
Again, in the kink community, means something different to me.
That's
Robert,
true.
you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't think about that.
You added more Siamese. You introduced me to those guys in the first half of your playlist, and I like this new one, the pop blues number called Frozen Heart. And
That was a great one.
Young and the Restless. Followed by that blues hit Sinners by Barnes Courtney.
Yep.
Okay, can we talk about how amazing Insane in the Rain is?
Which one?
Prelude to the Champions. I have no idea what game it comes from or who Cynthia is, but I'm reasonably terrified of this girl, whoever she is.
Oh, that's from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl.
That's why I don't know it.
That one should be relatively soon if we start playing through all the Pokemon games.
I've only just reached the frickin' mountain.
But Cynthia is brutal. Cynthia is the champion who is notorious in the community as one of the hardest champions in a Pokemon game.
The Sia surprised me. Unstoppable.
Yeah, that one surprised me too.
So why did you put it on your list?
Because it surprised me.
Oh. So did the Gurren Lagann, honestly. You don't strike me as the feminist pop ballad type or the hip-hop type either. But the last Gurren Lagann song, Sorairo Days?
Yeah.
I like that a bit more. I love anime music. I love it. Speaking of anime, you had The Escapist by Nightwish. It was an AMV. What was that an AMV of?
So that was an AMV of the movie Vampire Hunter D.
I'm going to have to look that up.
It was a great movie. Definitely recommend. You can find it for free on YouTube, actually.
Okay, so I know half of you aren't happy with, well, a quarter of, some of you aren't happy with me for not liking Bob Marley. The rest of you will be offended now. I'm not a Van Morrison fan either.
No!
Never have. Sorry.
Okay. I'm over it.
I'm glad. Come back to the table. Put down that chair. With the Liam Clancy Home from the Sea, I must admit there are a lot of sea shanty-like songs here on your list.
Yeah.
And you regained my hope for things with On Lap and Rock Ain't Dead. I like that. I added that one to my favorites.
That one's royalty-free as well.
I noticed. We could use that.
We could.
That was a nice cover of Kiss from a Rose, but there will never be any for me but the original. Okay, maybe Jonathan Young's cover. That's really good.
Fair enough.
Believe it or not, I have actually heard Flight of the Silverbird before, and I prefer the extended mix, which is 11 minutes long.
Ooh, oh, I have to swap them now.
You're going to have to look that one up.
I'm going to have to swap them now.
Also, Vincent, Starry, Starry Night, never heard of it, but I know my father loves that one. Okay. You had a song from The King's Avatar, or is the song The King's Avatar? Either way, never heard of it, liked it, good singing, epic background vocals. What is that? Is that the name of the anime or the song?
That was the name of the anime,
Okay.
and it's the intro song.
Gotcha. The Sick Note.
Yep.
I heard one line and recognized it as the song you sang at the beginning of one of our episodes. I don't know which one. I should find that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You saying that to me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You saying that on one of our episodes and I don't remember which one.
I don't remember. No memory of this.
I should really look that up. You had a good instrumental there at the end, Lewis and Clark, acoustic guitar by Tommy Emmanuel. I loved it, and it made me feel at peace.
Oh, thank you.
And then you slipped in another one to gut punch me. Dragostea Dinte by Ozone. Are
Dragostea
you
Dinte.
mad? The Numa Numa song?
Numa, yeah. Numa, yeah.
That came out in my last year of high school, and I'm like, this is just gonna haunt us forever now, isn't it? And it's almost 20 years later, and I thought I put that song behind me, and you brought it back. Shut up! Just stop. You can go back to jumping out the window now.
The memes made me do it.
The Cape Media Center, located in Dennisport, Cape Cod, Massachusetts, is a non-profit community media center and the public access TV station for the towns of Barnstable, Yarmouth, Dennis, Harwich, and Chatham. Our mission is to build community through media, enhance democratic communication, and facilitate free expression by providing these towns with a state-of-the-art media resource center. Members can become trained in our video and audio equipment and produce their own media content. Membership includes training classes, access to our field equipment, studios, and facility, as well as airtime. Podcasters and music producers can share their content on our website. For more information, visit capemedia.org.
This episode of Bourbon on Ice is brought to you by Market Street Bookshop in Mashpee Commons, located at 31 Market Street, Mashpee, Massachusetts. Embrace diversity and find support for local authors and artists at the Market Street Bookshop, where your favorite new read is just a browse away. For more information, give them a call at 508-539-6985.
All right.
Well, we're done. Nothing more can be said.
No, I have notes about your music.
My playlist is perfect. There's nothing on there that's weird or odd.
Justin Bieber.
I had Justin Bieber on there?
You had Justin Bieber on there. And that was one of the few songs I skipped.
Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, no. It's a Kid Laroi song. That one's big. It's on the radio right now. It's got this amazing beat. I mean, Justin Bieber's in the background of it. But seriously, that one's a great song. I wish you'd listen to it.
No, I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, really. You had one other one that was from the radio that's recently, and I didn't like that one either. Those are the only two that I skipped, and it's just because they grate on me.
You're breaking my heart. Which was it?
Let's see if
let's let you do your list. Go ahead.
You had a lot of, like I said, a lot of covers, but you had a lot of songs from musicals as well. You have Poor Unfortunate Souls, Encanto, Phantom of the Opera.
Well, those were covers. A lot of them were actual covers.
A lot of the, well, again, you seem to prefer the covers over the originals, but the covers did rock. Jetpack Race was awesome. That was fun.
Jonathan Young is a freaking genius.
A lot of LeBrock. And it was kind of weird because a lot of your soundtrack sort of takes place in that 90s, 2000s. I had to stop and check every few minutes. Am I getting an ad right now? There were more than a few videos where I had to wait a minute, is this an ad?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you find some of these on ads?
No, I didn't. Literally none of them on ads. Like I said, I'm very choosy about the songs I put on my playlist.
You and I also saw that you had Bowser's song from the Mario movie, The Cast Vanderpool. Bitches. And
that is the most memed thing that's out there right now.
Did you put this one on just for me? In the same way that I put Whiskey Bombs. Did you put a Frosty Bomb? My Butt Has a Fever from Bob's Burgers movie.
Actually, no.
No,
that was not to mess with you, because I love that. That's from a short from the Bob's Burgers cast. It was just to help celebrate the upcoming movie. I played that for you here in the house, and that's on my playlist as I'm driving around, because it's just so freaking fun.
So, Castle Crashers, I noticed you had some music from the Castle Crashers game. I remember playing that back on Newgrounds. So, the fact that it's come so far is, amazing. You just had this, revelation of dawn, flash in your eyes at the mention of the word Newgrounds.
I never played the game.
I've never
played it. I heard this one day, and I fell in love with it, and now it's on my list of things to play, but I have not played it yet.
Alright, you gotta talk to me about Kaput on Schmigadoon.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Schmigadoon is a dramatic musical comedy series that is on Apple Plus right now. It is about now they're married, but in season 1 they weren't. It's about a couple who get lost in the woods and wind up in a 1950s musical type of world, which they realize is real, and they are stuck there. And people just spontaneously burst into song and dance, and it makes reference to all those classic musicals like The Music Man and Carousel and things like that. Well, The second season takes place in a city called Schmicago and plays homage to musicals like Pippin and Chicago, Annie, and there's a song in there which is an obvious reference to a cabaret called Kaput, sung by Dove Cameron. No one tells Sam
Okay.
that we're talking about Dove Cameron without him. He'll like cry.
You'll have a conniption.
And the song is, just a straight up cabaret hit, but the thing is, by today's standards, it's kind of tame. So the lead characters are sitting there like, I wonder how the meatloaf at this place is. But I love this song. It's just so much fun to go back to. Sorry. No, I'm not apologizing. That's why I put it on the list.
No, you shouldn't. It was funny. Goo Goo Muck. I liked that one.
I am a fan of Wednesday, the series.
Oh, is that what that's from?
Okay,
Okay, so another episode of Whiskey hasn't seen.
Wednesday, the series on Netflix. There is this particular scene where they are holding a dance, and you would not believe that Wednesday Addams could cut a rug, but the actress, Jenna Ortega, she choreographed her own dance. She picked this song, and she does this outstanding dance that is, go on TikTok, look up Wednesday Adam dance, and it's to the song Goo Goo Muck, and after that, like, the song just exploded. And just like, I love this song. I don't know what a Goo Goo Muck is, but it's cool.
It sounds like something you'd order at a Chinese food place.
It kind of does. But then you listen to the lyrics, like, I am a teenage Goo Goo Muck. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
You also had, you told me about this one a while back when you were driving and doing deliveries. You found this country song where he's in the truck. Stay in the truck.
Wait in the truck.
Yeah, wait in the truck. Yeah, that one. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Let's see. Goo Goo Muck. Mario Kart 64. Kirby's Epic Yard, Lava Landing, Metroid. I was driving along listening to the playlist, and I'm just like, I got lost in my own head for a little while, and then, like, wait a minute, is that Metroid?
I love that number so much.
Oh yeah, it's a great one.
And I've never even played Metroid. Now that I have I just got a SNES Classic, so I'm going to be playing Metroid.
And you finished the playlist with the song that you shared with me a while ago. Jonathan Young and Ninja Brian, best band in the universe. And I just thought that was the perfect way to end the playlist. For now.
Because we're going to do this again, obviously.
We probably will do it again. Leaves from the Vine, too, with Uncle Iroh. Man. Talk about a tonal clash between those two right at the end.
Come out, Tears. Come out. You must be jerked from the eye. Come, Tears, come.
Yes. And now, we're going to play the best band in the universe.
Can we just talk about how weird that song ends?
It's
a guitar solo. And it's not even a good one. I mean, it's a good one, but it's not... It clashes with the song so much because it's supposed to.
And I will address the elephant in the room.
Let me put my this is vodka, by the way. I'm actually drinking today.
Yes, I will address the elephant in the room, which was the very first song you put on the playlist to start me off. And I really, if nothing else, if there was ever a Frosty Bomb, this was it. So I start your playlist while I'm in the parking lot at work. And what should be the first song, but You're Pretty, Keep Riding Me. And I'm getting stares. People are looking at me. My coworkers. Random strangers. As my boombox plays this song. And I have two choices in front of me now. I can cut the song and suffer the embarrassment, or assert my dominance and let it ride. Forgive the pun.
Kind of appropriate given the song.
I let it ride.
Okay.
I won't repeat what was said. So
No,
you're
you will
gonna
not.
have to. You're gonna have to if you want it spoken. Frosty has been killed by laughter. It is rare for him to laugh this hard. It has killed him.
Honestly, that's probably how I'm going to go. You Are Pretty is actually I Am Jake Hill. And in all honesty, the song starts like any you would expect for a pop-punk, emo-ish band to go.
I should have known by the eggplant on the thumbnail.
Robert gave this one to me. He posted it on my timeline on my personal Facebook page, and I said, why is this here? Oh, this is a pretty cool song.
Wait a minute.
And then it goes, that your mustache tickles my nutsack, baby. I said, what?
And then it devolves from there.
It does.
Like, it just gets so bad.
I will say that he has come out with several more, but unfortunately, a joke is never as funny the second time you hear it. So he's done a couple more of these. They're not as explicit, but they are going in that direction where they start kind of pretty and nice and fun, and then there's the awkward sexual metaphors in there, like, okay. But now it's like his fourth song out there, like, is he doing that again?
So, yeah. I think my coworkers all think less of me now.
But this means that you actually started 4 songs below where you were supposed to.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you were supposed to start with the BioShock Infinite rap from JT Music.
But that was on the last one.
Okay, then 3 songs. Golden Years by David Bowie, and Make Me Feel by Janelle Monáe.
That was on the last one, too.
Well, this one wasn't. The Anthony Vincent Lose Yourself.
Oh.
That definitely wasn't.
Oh, I missed that one then.
You'll have to go back and listen. Everyone, the episode is canceled.
Cancel it all. Shut the whole thing down. Nothing to see here.
Like I said, I'm a sucker for visual gags. And one of my favorites from American Dad was a man walks into a control room and says, "Shut it down. Shut it all down." The guy at the control panel looks at the buttons. The first one says, "Shut it down." The second one says, "Shut it all down." The third one says, "Shut it down, shut it all down." It clicks that one. Like, what a stupid joke. I love it. Okay. I'm not going to apologize. The things that you made me listen to. The things you made me listen to. Yeah, there it is. Love Goes On and On. You're right.
Yeah. Told you.
Yes, you were right. This time. Let's not make a habit of that.
I know.
No. Now, you did not happen to mention I know you were mentioning a lot of my covers, but you did not mention the Westworld cover of Enter Sandman.
I almost forgotten. I was listening to that when I was kind of like jamming out, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this Enter Sandman? And then the bridge came, and I'm like, it is. And then I looked over, and I'm like, this is really good. I like this. Is it?
The same thing happened to me when I was watching the scene from the television show Westworld in season 4 when that happens, and armed robbers are coming into a bar, gangsters shooting up the place in the 1920s, and I'm saying,
wait a minute.
Yes, this little ditty sounds familiar. I just have one memory to point out.
One memory to point out?
When I Get You Alone by Robin Thicke, or as he was known back then, Thicke. Deja, Sam the Guitar Man's and I's, maybe yours, our mutual friend. I don't know if you ever met her. She was a Marine.
Okay.
She was in the chorus with us. She was in the studio, and the song came on, A Fifth of Beethoven, which borrows that. And she knew the whole song by heart, so she's just sitting there singing it.
I was legitimately disappointed when I heard Beethoven's Fifth come on. I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, that's a really good one. And then it started going off, and I'm like, aw. I like classical music.
I do too, but this was better. And I just want to point out that one too. It was just here a second ago. The Working Hour, Tears for Fears. The best Tears for Fears song ever. Kirk and I disagree about this. He says Woman in Chains, I say... So overall, what did you think?
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I always enjoy doing this swap of our playlists. And I think my favorite part is that, like, the music that someone listens to is like a window into their mind. And so it's always kind of fun to see how Frosty thinks, in a way. If that makes any sense.
If anyone out there can figure out how Frosty thinks, I think that we should be on a couch and making, $30 an hour.
$60 for Frosty's mind.
60, yes.
And the one Bare Naked Lady song that I had, or you had, that I didn't have, was Pinch Me. And that's a great one, too.
Ever try sing that one? It's hard.
Like a fish trying to scream, but it's gone. Oh, yeah, it is kind of hard.
Like a dream you try to remember, but it's gone. When you try to scream, it only comes out as yawn. When you try to see the world beyond your front door. Take your time the way our rum's gonna make you smile.
God, tell me.
That's the easy part. That's the easy part. It's like those idiots, those poor fools who try and sing 1 week at karaoke.
Yes.
God bless them, but you're morons.
Yep.
Give up now.
Didn't you tell me about one guy who did that, though? And nailed it?
Actually, yes, that was the Gay Men's Chorus when they came out to... Gay Men coming out. I walked into that one. Actually, no, they were doing a summer of 90s music, and he did the entire chorus, and then he just nailed every single word, and like the audience was on his side so much.
That's awesome.
It's like when you buy tickets to an air show in the hopes that you'll see a plane crash. But no, people didn't want the plane to crash this time. Like, get through it, damn it.
Do it, we want you to save it.
How could you?
I had to.
I can't believe you.
You gave me no choice.
It's unthinkable.
And yet, I thought it.
I can't believe it.
Believe it.
You think you know a guy.
Or maybe you never knew me at all.
How could you?
How could you not?
Why? Just tell me, Whiskey, why?
That depends. What exactly are we talking about?
I thought you knew.
Oh, not a clue.
Oh. Well, this is awkward.
I feel exhausted, and somehow closer to you.
As do I.
I should move this chair away.
Oh, you and the obvious gags.
If they were so obvious, then why did I make them instead of you? Beat you to it.
Yeah.
You were trying to come up with a comeback that I wouldn't see coming.
And failed.
Yes. I'm so sorry about my list. No, wait, why am I apologizing? You should apologize to me about your list.
I apologize for the Mississippi Squirrel Revival.
And
Dr. Worm.
And
Dragos de Dente.
And the frickin' Leonard Cohen.
You want it darker. I won't apologize for Leonard Cohen. That was a good song.
You can't apologize for Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen just is. He's like a sunspot. He's like an eclipse. He just is, and we live with it.
Yep.
But you should be ashamed by the ozone. Yes, you should be ashamed by that ozone song.
I did a meme song. I am only sorry I did not add Chocolate Rain or some of the other meme songs.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe, do you remember Cunningham Muffins?
There was no song.
There was no song.
Oh, but I'm old enough to remember Cunningham. I'm old enough to remember Charlie the Unicorn, for crying out loud.
I should have put some Charlie the Unicorn songs on.
Are there any?
Charlie, you look so down with your big sad eyes. And it's from the first one. Going to Candy Mountain.
Oh, that's right. Well, there's a song
Candy
in
Mountain.
it.
Candy Mountain Cave.
There's a song in that one. Wow, that was college for me. Jeez, that was a long time ago. Huh.
Frosty's got that far off look in his eyes.
Yeah,
That
was
sort of wistful and nostalgic look.
That was definitely far off. Wow. What's the other one we're missing? You see this all the time as a meme. Like 4 videos. If you remember these, and you're entitled to AARP compensation. And one is Charlie the Unicorn, one is the Cunningham Muffins, and there are some other ones in there.
The kid who was doing the Star Wars with the broom?
No. Oh, this is gonna bug me now. And we're gonna have to look this up. We're gonna have to stop the episode, end the episode, and look it up.
Thank you for joining us on this longer episode. We hope you enjoyed.
Longer means better content. Arguably. Potentially.
We hope it was better content for you.
I have friends who are complaining about the Pokemon. They're like, more Pokemon again? Apparently we talk about those a lot.
Well, we kind of do.
But I don't apologize for it. Thank you, everyone. I'm your friend Frosty.
And I'm your bartender, Mike Whiskey.
And as always, have a cold one on us. Who could complain about Pokemon? They're so darn squeezable.
And cute.
And deadly.
Yes, very deadly.
Why do we play this again?
This podcast was recorded at and produced by Cape Media Center on Cape Cod, Massachusetts by podcasting duo Mike Whiskey and your friend Frosty. All music and sound credits go to soundstripe.com. Special thanks to Jamie Horton, Emily Tulloch, Gabrielle Rawson. For more information on Bourbon on Ice, visit our social media page at twitter.com/whiskeyfrosty. For more information on Cape Media Center, visit capemedia.org. For more listening options and a variety of podcasting entertainment, visit our hosts at buzzsprout.com and capemediacenter.org.